The end of the year presser, the press conference that Mike McCarthy went through, supposed to be a presser to give you guys hope for the new season, what went right, what went wrong, and leave you with a little piece of hope. Now, I'm not going to be doom and gloom, Law. I'm not that guy. I'm positive as possible. But Mike McCarthy didn't leave us any bead of hope in his presser. He didn't. He just flat out didn't. If anything, he revealed how he's not prepared enough to lead these guys. Now, he said he had no plans of going to the Senior Bowl once again, and on top of that, he said he have yet to review the tape in details. Now, I get it. He's doing exit interviews with the players. I think he's finished that up, and then he's going to do exit interviews with the coaching staff. But one of the things that was very alarming to me was when he said, hey, they was nervous. Now, granted, I believe in the hearts of hearts, if we're going to keep it 100, yes, people are nervous going into a playoff game. But dog it, you do not let that leave your mouth. You don't. And then he tried to moonwalk a little bit and say, we was anxious. No. You can't say that. As the leader, the ultimate leader on the team, as the head coach, not secondary coach, not assistant coach, the head coach. So by him saying those things, Cowboy Nation, think about it. I've seen people commented, man, the 49ers knew they won the game when they was coming out of the tunnel with the boombox on her, against their head, and they was like, yeah, baby, we coming to whoop the Cowboys, you know what. And we can't use the excuse about being a young team. No. From my understanding, Dan Quinn got coaching experience in the playoff, been to the Super Bowl, and he was able to be on that staff with the Seattle Seahawks as well, right? And Mike McCarthy himself got coaching experience in the playoff, been to the Super Bowl. That was the whole reason of going out there and getting you, right? Because of the experience. And these boys at home at a wild card game is nervous. Shoot. If you're a 49er fan somehow watching this video, you can be laughing all the way to the bank and say, man, we scared the bejesus out of the Dallas Cowboys. They soft, I told you. They nervous. That's why we ran out there and punched them right in the mouth. First score of the game, took their heart and soul away. Coaching supposed to be able to get these boys prepared, and they scared of a game at your house that you supposed to make the opposing team nervous when they step into that building. They supposed to be sitting there saying, man, you got to go up against D-Law. You got to go up against Randy Gregory. You got to go up against Parsons, who ripping everybody apart out there. You got to make sure that you controlling Amari Cooper, the one-on-one to the outside, juxtaposed to the opposite side. You got CeeDee Lamb. You got big Tyron Smith, who's going into the Hall of Fame. You're supposed to already have that type of presence before they even came there. Even if those guys can't bust through a wet paper bag, the namesake should at least hold some type of weight by it being at your home. And when we talk about one of the things that one of the reporters came out and said, hey, what about Ezekiel Elliott? Basically, I'm paraphrasing. And he leaked out, yeah, Ezekiel Elliott been having his PCL tear since the Carolina Panthers week. That's week 4. And before you guys go in and say, well, Tom Brady played through a tear all last year and they went to the Super Bowl, blah, 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 blah. It's a different type of situation. When a quarterback is pretty much a statue and he dropping back 1, 2, 3 and the ball is out or what have you. then a running back got to cut, got to make sure that he can run and accelerate and bust through the line, capture the edge. And you got, at one point, Tony Pollard was averaging 7.2 yards per carry. He ended the season with 5.5 yards per rush. But neither here nor there. You got Tony Pollard just sitting there waiting to pick up those responsibilities and duties, to tote the ball. The name of the game, believe it or not, Cowboy Nation, is getting to the playoff. So as soon as you knew, like, hey, you went on this run, you rest Ezekiel Elliott. You pretty much not at any threat of not making the playoffs, right? You rest Ezekiel Elliott. Newsflash. Now in the playoffs, you will have a healthier Ezekiel Elliott, and you can roll and put some things together. But no, you want to get cute, and you want to rush this man through with the Warriors mentality. Shout out to the Ezekiel Elliott. There's nothing wrong with playing through injuries. But like I said, there should be somebody on that staff that can look Ezekiel Elliott in the eyes and say, hey, man, you got a PCL tear. Because one of the follow-up questions was this right here. Mike McCarthy, why is it such that you can't get the running game going? Well, you got a running back with a PCL tear, and you continue to 21 slam him right inside. And y'all playing musical chairs with the offensive line, which the offensive line and the running back got to get on the same page. They must be in rhythm.
He ain't lying.
Now, granted, Tony Pollard did get injured on the latter part of the season. But dog it, before that time frame, Tony Pollard should have been toting that ball. Corey Clements got more playoff experience than any of those running backs. And he was sitting on the bench watching. You would think a change of pace would help in the playoff game. You would think that the nervousness and the nerves that most of those guys had, if you insert a guy that been there before, that could calm things down just a little bit. Oh my goodness. This exit interview for the 2021 season, I didn't really see any positive out of it. Hopefully, we got all of this off season. The draft is right around the corner. Maybe, just maybe, the Cowboys can merge some things together as it relates to free agency, right? And then get into this draft and reel everything back in and say, okay, this is what we're going to do to make sure that these boys are on the same page. But I come here to tell everyone that's watching right now, Mike McCarthy, you better get your stuff together, because it is, regardless of what we've seen in the previous administration. And I hate to say this, I hate for this to leave my mouth. Jason Garrett never had his team nervous in the wild card game. That Seattle team that they beat in the wild card, they was hungry. They came to play. Jason Garrett had that team ready. So Mike McCarthy, get your mind, get everything together for this 2022 season. No excuses, man. All of those boys, we need to stop having this beta male mentality. Somebody need to tell Ezekiel Elliott, hey man, you're hurt. We're going to insert Tony Pollard. Hey Tony, when you got hurt, hey, we're going to insert Corey. Everybody else is going to be fill-in duties or what have you. And we need to have no beta male mentality with Dak Prescott as well. Hey, your 3-step drop, the ball need to be out. Hey, we don't need to have that beta mentality with those wide receivers dropping the ball. It seems like a lot of beta males up in here. Where the alpha males at? Where that person that's going to hold people accountable? Y'all need to stand up. This is the Cowboys, not the nervous boys. Or are they the nervous boys? Man up. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Go Cowboys.